Just take a look around you for a second. The room you're in, the street outside, that bridge you take on your commute, they all have this hidden secret, right? They were all brought to life by this kind of invisible force, a profession that literally lays the groundwork for our entire built world. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the world of surveying.
So let me just ask you this. Picture a huge, gleaming skyscraper. A massive, sprawling bridge. And yeah, even the house you live in. I mean, they couldn't be more different, right? But what's the one thing, the one absolutely critical thing that they all share?
You guessed it, a surveyor. Long before the first bit of dirt is moved, way before an architect's vision can even start to become a reality, there's a surveyor on that piece of land, mapping, measuring, and setting the stage for everything that comes next. They're the real starting point of it all.
So how in the world do they do it? Well, to really get a handle on the huge responsibility a surveyor has, we need to pop open their toolkit. And trust me, it's a lot more than just that tripod thingy you might be picturing.
This toolkit is really this amazing blend of different skills. You've got the super high precision of modern measurement tools, you've got the brain power for some seriously complex math, and you've got this deep, hands-on understanding of the actual materials that hold our world together.
And this really shows you just how wide-ranging that knowledge is. I mean, they're mastering mapping with these really specialized tools, then turning that data into precise calculations for area and volume. But it goes way deeper than that. They have to study the properties of materials like timber and steel and learn the fundamentals of construction itself. We're talking everything from foundations to keeping things waterproof. Every single piece is crucial to make sure a project is planned safely and built right.
Okay, so all of this foundational knowledge can lead to a bunch of different careers, but one of the most important ones is a role you've probably heard of, the quantity surveyor. Let's dig into what they actually do.
So, at its heart, a quantity surveyor is an expert in construction costs and contracts, and their skills are needed absolutely everywhere, from building a new housing development to working on gigantic infrastructure projects like new highways, railways, you name it.
You know, the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, or RICS, they put it just perfectly. They call them the cost managers of construction. And that's exactly what they are. They're basically the financial guardians of a project, making sure it all adds up from the first day to the last.
Now, a quantity surveyor can kind of go down two main paths. If you work for a consultant, you're all about advising the client. You're managing their budget, figuring out if the project is even feasible, and handling the whole bidding process. But if you work for a contractor, your focus totally shifts. Now it's about making the project a commercial success, managing the money coming in and out, figuring out payments, and handling claims. It's really two sides of the same coin, using that same core skill set in totally different ways.
Okay, but here's the part that might actually surprise you. You'd think a job that's all about measuring and costs would be just about the numbers, right? Well, it turns out the human element is absolutely 100% essential.
Just take a look at the competency framework from RICS, which is the big professional organization for surveyors. It's fascinating. Sure, the technical skills are the biggest chunk, but look at that other big piece. A huge percentage is dedicated to mandatory professional skills, and a lot of those have nothing to do with math.
So what are these skills? We're talking about ethics, taking care of the client, and, this is the big one, communication and negotiation. Surveyors have to be masters of teamwork, diversity, and even avoiding and managing conflict. It makes it so clear. This isn't just a technical job. It's a people profession through and through. And RICS is super clear about why this is so important. Their guide says it all. Effective communication is a fundamental aspect of professionalism. Think about it. A surveyor has to be able to explain really complex technical stuff to everybody, from other engineers to a client who has zero technical background. That skill isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a core requirement of the job.
So let's tie all this together. We've got this deep technical knowledge, we've got the financial smarts of a quantity surveyor, and we have these critical soft skills of communication and management. So, what does all that actually look like in the real world?
The crucial point is this. All of that expertise, the technical, the financial, and the personal, it all comes together to make sure that the incredibly complex and expensive work of construction gets done right. It ensures projects are built correctly,
That they're finished up on time. And, maybe most importantly, that they stay on budget. Built correctly, finished on time, and delivered on budget. That right there is the huge value a surveyor brings to every single project they touch.
And the level of dedication it takes to get this expertise is just massive. Get this number, 25. That's the number of credits packed into just one semester of a surveying engineering diploma program. This is not a field you just casually drift into. It demands serious rigor and precision from day one.
So, the next time you're out and you see a crane on the skyline or a new building going up, just pause for a second and ask yourself if you can see that invisible expertise at work. The careful measurement, the smart costing, and the expert management that made all of it possible. Thanks for tuning in.